Now, this is a breaking news. The Niger government has accused of Nigeria collaborating with foreign powers, allegedly to destabilize Niger. Now, there are three takeaways before we start to analyze the article itself. The Niger government accuses Nigeria of sabotaging a pipeline in Niger. Okay, do you remember the pipeline from Niger to Benin, then from Benin port to be exported? Okay, that's one. The second takeaway is Niger alleges that Nigeria is providing support to destabilize Niger. Number three, the third takeaway is that Nigeria denies the allegations and refutes any connection to the terrorist organization responsible for the attack. Okay, now that being said, let's go to the article itself and see what it is saying. Now, this came today. Okay, so Niger foreign minister, what happened is that, of course, the Niger government has summoned the Nigerian diplomat, namely the charge d'affaires of Nigeria's embassy. That is like equal to the ambassador. In the absence of ambassador, the deputy number two is the charge d'affaires. So the Niger government has summoned the charge d'affaires of the Nigerian embassy, accusing the neighboring country of serving a rare base for efforts to destabilize Niger state. That is now, this is reported by Niger's state television. Okay, now relations between Niger and Nigeria have been strained since Niger's 2023 revolution or military coup, so which severed ties with the economic of Western African states, which actually severed the tie between ECOWAS and Niger, and then later on for Niger and the other two states, Burkina Faso and Mali, to leave ECOWAS. They have formed their own confederation. Now, Nigeria's President Bola Tinubu, who chairs currently ECOWAS, had briefly considered a military intervention to restore ousted Nigerian President Mohamed Bazoum at that time. And of course, he rallied all the ECOWAS members to follow him and, threaten Niger to militarily intervene in the country that has been stopped. I mean, it was backed by France and also other Western powers who wants to who wanted to restore the ousted president, and of course, in the pretext by putting the ECOWAS military in front. And except Burkina Faso and Mali, we have seen all the countries members of ECOWAS, like Benin, Ghana, Togo, Ivory Coast. They have been, they supported Bola Tinubu, and they even said they will contribute military. But that did not happen thanks to the Nigerian community itself, specifically the people in the northern part of the country who shares a long border with Niger, and who have literally family between both sides. It's the same tribes that's living in the south of Niger and the north of Nigeria. So those are the chiefs, the elders that came and talked to Bola Tinubu. So if you invade Niger, actually you are declaring a war against us. So that's how the war didn't happen. And Bola Tinubu was already sitting on a shaky ground. He just came to power, and that election was fraud. We all know. And he did not want to shake that. So he has to actually disappoint the colonial power. So that did not happen. So after almost a year and a half, that was around July 2023, after the revolution happened. And now we are 2024 December. Why Nigeria is again reviving this? I mean, let me remind you something, okay? just 2 weeks ago, where was Bola Tinubu? Bola Tinubu was in France, all causing with President Emmanuel Macron. I'm just saying, giving you information. It's up to you to come up with a conclusion. So here, my job is to provide you with information. So I'm just saying Bola Tinubu was in France just 2 weeks ago with all red carpet rolled up for him, a very special welcome and 2-3 days to visit with Macron, and which he said he put it in the pretext for looking for investment, and so that is the thing that he gave as a cover. I mean, we don't know what it really went, what was the discussion. And now 2 weeks after, boom, Niger is accusing Nigeria destabilizing the country. Anyway, now this article is giving you a background. Let's see if we find anything new, okay? Or it will help you to remind how all these things have been progressing, and reached to this level. Now, despite a temporary improvement in August when both nations resumed security cooperation, relations have soared again. So on Wednesday, Niger's Foreign Minister Bakaria Usangare claimed Nigeria was providing refuge to officials of the former regime, meaning officials of Mohamed Bazoum, and collaborating with foreign powers against Niger. Let me just add something to you. There was an attempt of escape of Mohamed Bazoum, in which the first one, actually, he almost made it. And there was a car that was prepared to take him to the border of Nigeria, and also there was a helicopter or something to fly him, a military helicopter of Nigeria, so to bring him to Nigeria. So, I mean, if you connect the dots, it makes sense. Now let's continue. Okay. This is what the foreign minister of Niger said, quote, "Despite efforts to normalize relations, we regret that Nigeria has not given up on serving as a rare base for the destabilization of Niger with the complicity of some foreign powers and officials of the former regime." Sangare said, meaning the foreign minister, in a statement broadcast on a national television of Niger. This happened on Thursday. In August, also Nigeria's military leadership had pledged to not to destabilize Niger or its neighbors, and Niger expressed readiness to participate actively in the multinational joint task force involving Niger, Nigeria, Chad, and Cameroon, which they play a key role in combating jihadist groups operating across their shared borders. Now, Niger continues to battle jihadists, factions linked to the Islamic State group Al-Qaeda and Boko Haram in the Talabari and Difa regions. Now, for Niger, the true friends and brothers are only the Sahel states, Burkina Faso, Mali, and Niger. Other than that, we have seen one way or the other these neighboring countries is trying to destabilize Niger. Niger, after all that sanctions, when it made it building a pipeline to sell its crude, to export its crude oil, and then agreed with Benin bilaterally agreed with Niger, and then that pipeline was with $4 million or $4 billion was financed by China, because and the crude oil is going to be exported to China. As you know, all these three Sahel states are landlocked, so they have to find a gateway, a sea gateway. So that's why they needed to build that pipeline to Benin. And Benin, after keeping quiet all that time, and just when Niger was about to send the first shipment, they start to create a problem, saying that Niger has to do this and that, and finally also thieving some of the things from the pipelines, and some officials of Niger were arrested by Benin. So Benin has to create all this. Benin led by Patrice Talon, okay, who came for one term. He said he promised he will not prolong his term of presidency, but he's there now for the second term. So this same Patrice Talon have been creating troubles for Niger. Now Nigeria on this side, all of them are, serving their colonial powers. That's what they are doing. And yeah, not to forget Nigeria, Bola Tinubu have been all, getting cozy with Emmanuel Macron 2 weeks ago in France. And I'm just saying, okay, it's up to you to make the conclusion. Now, that was, okay, the breaking news. Thank you very much for tuning. I have put here our PayPal account, and also we have added, as of today, Buy Me a Coffee account. So here I put the link. If you see on the chat section, you can see it. So you can support us through that, because not everybody I get a comment and message. Not everybody is, is able to support through PayPal account. So Buy Me a Coffee is another option. So if you can, please support us with that. So that will help us to be here more often. Please subscribe to the channel and give it a like if you find it informative enough, and share the video with others. Do not keep knowledge and information just for yourself. At least link it with share it with your immediate network, okay? And then, yeah, support us through PayPal, Buy Me a Coffee. We try to add others like Patreon. Yeah, so what Connect Africa try to do is we try to bring you a research-based analysis. So we also get to learn from you. We take things that you suggest in the comment section seriously, and we try to bring it back to you here at the platform. Thanks again, and let us know in the comment section. It's a bye-bye for me for now, unless I see any comment or anything here. Yeah, for now I don't see. So yeah, I will see you on the next one. Ciao.